Ah, you've returned. Well, of course you've returned. You are completely enthralled in this one, aren't you? Artemis Underhill here again, your friend, your ally, your compadre. I like that word, compadre. Here to see exactly how our heroes escape the chambers of the Grand Chancellor himself. What a weird and wonderful situation they're in. To think the God of Good Fortune put them here. Is it good fortune to be in the middle of a place that you're going to get trapped in and sent to prison? It's never been for me. Well, let's watch and see how this good fortune becomes better fortune. You find yourselves in the middle of the table still. Guards have streamed in from either door on the east side of the building, rushed through and surrounded you. You can feel the hot air and the breeze coming through the balcony windows behind you. The guards fall into formation quickly, swords at the ready, and then as your muscles begin to tense, your combat reflexes start to come into play, and then a voice cuts through that tension. Alright, before this happens, who are you? What brought you here?
I think there was a portal and we sort of fell. I thought we went through like a door. It's very confusing.
If I told you the truth, you wouldn't believe me because the answer is a god.
The man that spoke to you was, the one on the left was very dark-skinned, very large pauldrons of armor on his shoulders. And the armor set itself he's wearing is very ornate. And then at the mention of gods, the man you would recognize, Charlidros, as the Grand Chancellor, his eyes narrow. Gods you speak of? Which god sent you here to your deaths?
Timora, the lady who smiles. Ever heard of her?
Child, this is Silver's Keep, the holy city of Theldan. We are responsible for all the gods and their messages. So yes, the answer would be that we do know who Timora is.
Are you sure? Because she had like 4 or 5 different other names, so you might be just getting her confused because she is also known as the horseback rider of the infinite, the upswelling of time, and the time lady of mysterious ponds, and the breaker of bread that's
Silence,
time.
please.
Okay, just checking.
I do not believe if you would have met her, those names would have been the Smiling Lady, the Mistress of Fortune.
I think her name was Gamora.
Timora. I nudge.
Time.
Ty.
Are you sure?
Like, you know, like the... Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Now, before I have my guards put you in chains and take you to the Abbey, why would Timora send you here, of all places?
I'm fairly certain that's something we're trying to figure out as well.
It could be because you're about to go to war with the Arcane Circle and maybe she doesn't want that to happen. Wild guess.
I don't know if she'd smile at that.
So, you know, maybe you should just let all the magic folk free out of your abbey. We'll all go our separate ways. Everybody lives in peace. Happy ending.
I don't do magic.
No, the people in the abbey that they're...
No, I'm just saying, and I begin winking. We don't do magic. We can just leave because we're not magic users.
Roll a persuasion check with disadvantage.
12.
You are not magic users, you say. Yet you fell through an opening in the rift above us.
No, got sent. Completely different. Not even the same.
That is different.
He's got a point.
Yeah.
I do not understand quite
It's
why
like I
the
don't
lady-
have my horse and carriage license, but I can partake in traveling via horse and carriage by someone else driving it. I may not be a magic user able to open portals, but I could still get sent by a magic user.
You will talk with some respect to the Grand Chancellor. I will give you the option. You put down your arms now, and we will take you to be interviewed at the Abbey.
I drop my arms to my side.
We will overrun you We will capture you.
I look at Charlidros and I'm looking for a sign. I'm looking for to read into his eyes what he's going to do.
Oh, I'm ready to do it.
Is there an
aren't I?
exit? Is there a clear exit, like an exit?
Well, you guys are pretty much completely surrounded. There is the balcony, which looks like it's about probably like a 60 to 100 foot drop into the city. And then there is the two doors in the back of the room, directly across from you.
Turn to Charlidros and say, we make a run for it.
I'm game.
And I pick up my dagger and I throw it in front of the closest one in front of me, and I just chuck my dagger directly at his face as I begin running towards exit.
Okay, roll initiative. As you throw your dagger, I'll let you do your attack as your surprise attack. Can you feel the death tonight? Warlock knows where you are. The dagger spirals through the air, finding purchase in between the shoulder and the chest plate of the guard. The dagger finds purchase and sticks.
So I run straight ahead as far as possible, and then I cast Thunderwave.
As you run, you jump off the table, and then you slam your palm against the floor, creating this wave of energy. As that sound wave ripples through the air, pushing back the guard behind you and the Grand Chancellor, setting them back. One of them, the actual air rips through the armor, and you see blood pour through the armor as he collapses to the floor. Number 4. And take a swing at you, Lief. As he runs up, mounts the table, and attacks. Managed to duck out of the way, almost luckily, to dodge the attack. The 5th guard runs over to Cornelius and takes a swing. The club from the side of it smacks you in the side of the arm, sending pain all the way through it. The one in the WoW armor, all of a sudden raises almost like an amulet into the air and crushes it in his hand. And this radiating, colourful wave spreads from him. It's almost like a bubble's being created of multicolored fluorescent lights. All of a sudden, you stop feeling the air from the breeze, as it looks like it starts to make either walls or some kind of barrier around the room itself.
Oh, we're trapped.
No, we're trapped until we kill WoW.
And he steps in front of Cornelius and draws a greatsword from his back.
I'm a sprint across the table, pulling my whips out, and what I'm going to aim to do is some awesome like upward double whipping action technique, like through number 4's groin, and try and just like split him in 2 pieces.
The first one flicks up, and you hear the metal thud as it hits some armor covering up the region of the body, but the second one manages to curl upwards almost and find purchase in the inside of his leg. So roll 1 load damage.
7.
You can instantly see the blood start dripping onto the floor, and as you pull back your whip. So with the back of his spear, 7 runs up to Cornelius, misses as you manage to like kind of dodge out of the way.
I was too busy holding my arm from being hit before, but...
Number 8 runs up onto the table and takes a stab at Lief. So you take 7 damage. Number 9 runs up and tries to take a swing at Charlidros with a natural 1. As he takes a swing with his sword, he loses his grip completely and it goes spinning across the floor over the other side of the room.
Shame, dickhead.
I'm going to cast Shatter.
So where are you casting Shatter?
Well, it does a radius around me. So hopefully all the people that suddenly snuck up on...
So you will definitely hit Charlidros.
I'm aware.
Yep. All of a sudden, this large, extremely painful ringing noise breaks through the air. But as you do it, as the noise and the explosion comes off, all of a sudden the area of glowing material around you flares up and almost seems to suck away that magical energy, and nothing happens.
Oh, shit.
Oh, it's anti-magic.
Can I quickly roll over to where the dead body who had my dagger in and pick that up?
Yeah, I'll allow that. So you managed to roll off the table, There is somebody kind of... The person, one of the guards has kind of kicked the body that had your dagger in it to one side. You managed to jump down and grab it. Number 8 and number 4 do get attacks of opportunity against you as you jump off, though. So the first one will be a 17 to hit.
Yep.
So, and that deals 6 damage. And the second one will be an 18 to hit. Sorry, that deals 6 damage again.
I'm alive, barely. I look around, as blood's pouring out of my body.
They are. You do notice they are hitting you with either the back of their weapon or in a non-vital spot. They are attempting just to kind of knock you out or subdue you, as you exhaustedly kind of drop to the floor and grab your singing dagger off the floor. As you hear, "Don't you forget about me.
Heal me, dagger.
I can't."
Can I take a standard health
You
potion,
bite the cork
please?
off the vial and just kind of drink it back like it's a flaming hot whiskey, and you feel the wounds that you've sustained kind of heal up and some of the bruising goes down.
I'm okay.
So the rest of the guards kind of run up and gather and surround you and kind of start swarming you. None of them are attacking. They're each holding their weapon out and ready for you. Larger man calls out, "All right, enough. While you're in this room, no magic will work. My men have surrounded you.
I can see that.
And you will be taken prisoner either way. Drop your weapons."
What do you mean either way?
With or without you dropping your weapons, you will be in chains.
I hold until Charlidros does something.
Yeah, okay. They're going to hold their action as well.
Do I know anything? Would I be able to know anything about the amulet? Like how long it would last still?
You have no idea. You've seen nothing like this. You have an idea that these people are trained to fight magic users. And you're kind of in the center of them. Like, you're in their holy city. You're in, like... For a magic user, you guys are in the worst possible places you could be.
I've got a weapon each hand, and I'm doing an awesome whirlwind attack.
So Charlidros unfills the whips and starts spinning around. Note for viewers, he used action surge, hitting 4 people. You managed to 4 and 9 both duck. You hit 10 square in the face, and you miss 11 as he ducks as well.
And I deal
roll your damage.
6 damage to 10's face.
6 damage. You managed to open up a gash in the side of the cheek, and with that, all of them that were holding their action have now got attacks on you, dealing 6 damage to you as you manage to kind of parry away the attacks as they start growing more and more intense. But just as you parry away one hit, one manages to find the side of your armor and pierce through, stabbing into your ribs. Okay, Cornelius, what did you want to do?
Hey, maybe we can come to some sort of a deal. We've been to the Arcane Circle. We know where it is. And we've met Valakar. Does that name ring a bell or anything? Valakar?
What the f*** are you dealing? What? Shut up! Shut up!
It's kind of... There's confusion on his face, but... Okay. Drop your weapons, we will not put you in chains, but you must accompany me to the Abbey to discuss what you know. We will not take you prisoner. We just want to talk.
Cornelius.
But if you run, I will make you my prisoners.
Cornelius, you little f***.
What say you?
I say it's better than getting beaten down.
It seems like the most effective strategy to end this fight at this point in time.
And you, half elf?
I just pull out my the bottle of the booze I took from the stupid lady that talks place and like take the biggest mouthful, and I'm just like, Cornelius, and I just start scolding, and I like lay down my weapon. Or no, I just sheath my weapon. I don't
Guards, get the Chancellor back to his quarters, make sure he's okay. The rest of you, check all the rooms, check everything. The 3 of you, come with me.
And I begin following him, I guess, as I'm still drinking and thinking
Relatively
about how sad my life
reluctantly.
is.
He utters a word, and the force field around him shrinks again. and the amulet reforms in his hand, and he puts it back onto his armor.
I'm also concerned about the fact that he was using magic to stop magic. Is the irony not lost on anyone?
Well, I guess it's not really a magic user, I guess.
He definitely used it, and it was
If
magic.
you must know, my magic comes from the gods rather than through personal
We
means.
came here by the gods' magic.
My God.
As you say.
No. It's a fact.
It's a fact, because we just appeared into a building inside of a room that is very high up, and there's no way to enter it normally. Like, how did we enter the...
If you must know, I am General Emir of Silver's Keep. I run the holy paladins of this city and keep order.
Wow. That's a really fancy title.
Do we get 3 meals a day?
You will be fed accordingly. You walk through the city. It takes you a little bit to get through the palace and down into the city. And Charlidros, you haven't been here for a very long time, but everything's still very much the same. You haven't seen this area so much because this is the upper crust areas of Silver's Keep, but he takes you down and you walk through the main streets, past where you've been in a number of fights, through the city, up until the Abbey gates.
I'm observing, taking it in.
You walk in and the gates of the Abbey are made of that same material that you saw the force field kind of be made out of. The gates swing open as you walk up the stairs into the Abbey, and he leads you into a large parlour where he closes the door.
Is there a lot of guards around or anything? Or
There's quite a lot of guards, all of them in the same kind of large armour suits, each with an amulet of their own on their chests. They look smaller compared to Amir's amulet. As you walk into the parlour, he motions, "Now, take a seat, if you will. There will be refreshments brought into you." And this, all of a sudden, a maid kind of bursts in through the door holding a tray of ice-cold water, some form of lemonade, teas.
Water, lady, and I pick water up and I chuck it across the room.
As you do, a hand appears out of the air and catches it. "Please, be gracious guests."
It feels like more magic again.
Well, I'm going to guess a hand just magically appearing out there is probably magic. Yes, you use a roll.
My abilities are derived from the gods. Your abilities...
how do you determine what's given by the gods and what's
Because
not?
we are put through rigorous training and
Sounds like you just use
have built
magic.
relationships with our gods to be empowered to serve them.
So you're like a cleric?
Or, as I said earlier, a paladin.
Ah.
Enough. I will let you all calm down after your thrashing.
What now?
What?
Oh, I don't think it was a thrashing, to be honest.
He turns around and closes the door behind him. You hear a click as he walks away.
What's in the room?
There is wall-to-ceiling bookcases, a large table in the middle with a bowl of fruit in the middle of it, and 3 windows either side of the bookcases.
Yeah, how far? Is it like a first story or ground floor, hopefully?
It's first story.
Can I'm gonna walk over to the bookcase and I'm just gonna start ripping every book out and chucking it on the floor because I'm just seeing if one's a
You
secret
start
level.
pulling all the books off the bookshelves.
I'm gonna wander across to the windows and just sort of look out, observe. What can I see out in Silverkeep?
What you can see is a group of the paladins around, kind of marching around the courtyards. The gates are closed completely, and there is not much of like the hustle and bustle of the city just beyond the gates.
I feel like jumping out the windows is not a good escape route. Sorry, team. The paladins are all around the courtyard and the gates are completely closed.
I'll consider other options. Have I pulled all the books off yet?
There's like 3 floor to ceiling bookcases. Like,
Okay, well I'm still
Around
pulling
the
books.
room.
Yeah, that's-
Still pulling
I'm
That's a
just
no.
gonna sit back for it. I'm gonna sit back for a couple of minutes, I guess.
Are there any interesting books?
Not really. There's a couple. There's a lot of it is like the history of Silver's Keep, random
Is there a
holy
book
ramblings.
that reveals a secret passage
You,
out of this room?
you really can't find anything. You look around. Everybody roll a perception check for me. Lief and Cornelius both notice as through what looks to be some kind of ventilation cover at the top, a pair of feet start dangling out and lowering themselves into the room.
As I'm chucking my books around, I see the feet appear from the thing, and then I chuck one of the books at Charlidros' head and say, "Look!"
What? Look at what?
I'm pointing at the feet.
So there's a pair of human feet dangling out of the vent now, slowly lowering themselves down. You see what looks to be like ragged clothing, not anything too fashionable or normal that would somebody wear. It seems to be just like a rag, just rags pretty much.
It's an orphan boy or girl.
He drops to the floor, and through his scraggly hair, he looks up. There's dirt covering his face, and a deep, fresh red scar that's cut through and missing an arm.
How old does he look?
He looks pretty young, and you would know him as one of the twins.
Ransom, one of them. What are you doing here? Wait, you work for Velikar. Velikar screwed
I
us.
throw a book at the child.
The hurling of random just abuse that Cornelius starts distracts the boy long enough that you pelt him, and he kind of sees dazed and falls to the floor.
I jump on top of him.
himself. So, whoa. Okay, I get it. Bad things happen, okay? Oh, God damn it. Did you really have to throw a history book of all things, Lief?
I have to throw any book. You're working for the bad person, and now you're here. You gotta. I mean, you look kind of up, but I'm presuming it's all a ploy. It's all a play. It's you're fake. And I hit him with the book.
Ow! God damn it! Geography, really? Ow! Oh, that's gonna bruise. Okay, just mind the eye socket, okay?
Do you want to explain what you're doing here, then?
Needing to talk to you, I guess?
Who sent you? Who are you working for?
Nobody, for once in my life, sent me anywhere. Things got really f***ed up after you guys.
Where's the other one of you?
left.
Is he up there?
He's still with Velikar.
I was half expecting you to say he was dead. I don't know whether I'm pleased or disappointed.
What are you doing here? Give me one good reason not to just kill you right now, you little two-faced.
I pull my whips out.
Whoa. Okay, I get it. You guys got in a bad situation with V. I didn't know that what was happening. After you guys left, my brother and I were sent here on a mission. We had to scout out the Grand Chancellor's rooms, and we got halfway through, and then some alarms went off, and we almost got captured. We almost escaped, but as we climbed up the last rooftop, my brother slashed me in the face with his rapier and kicked me off the roof.
Why would your brother do that?
I don't know. Honestly. I got captured by the Holy God and brought here. I've been held up in a cell, but I know my way out of it.
How'd you know we were here?
I saw you guys come in through the gates.
What have you been doing the whole time? If you know a way out, why are you still here?
Because there's something here, something important. It talks to me.
Gonna need more than that.
Can't be magic. They seem to have all magic blocked up in this place.
And that's why the voices I thought were some kind of trick.
I think you're just going insane.
I could be, but the voices explain to me who Velikar really is.
Who's Velikar really then?
I don't care, to be honest. The Loremaester sent me here now.
The Loremaester?
The Abbey is the way it is because it was built upon the Loremaester's crypt.
Who's the Loremaester?
He's the guy who made the staff. Or had the staff. Right?
Yeah, that's called the Loremaester's
That would be correct.
staff. Where's the crypt?
Well, I could take you to it if you stop throwing books at me.
Well, you've got to forgive me for not trusting you. And I still don't trust you, but since I've got sweet else happening right now, I guess I will follow you.
Okay.
Let's go with him and figure out what this Loremaester shit's all about.
How high up did he fall? Like, how do we get back up into the...
Are we all going to fit through that vent?
Yeah, it's a decent size. Like it'll.
Charlidros is gonna
probably
fit?
Break it a bit. Yeah, just.
Can I chuck all the books that I just chucked off the shelves in front of it?
Lief starts quickly piling books up in front of the bookcase. And you guys really need to start remembering things, you know? Like, you told V where you were.
We
What
what?
do you mean?
What? Yeah, because you had that magic, the flask thing. He was tracking you, remember? The god said, right?
No, you idiots. It was the piece of paper that V gave you to communicate to him once you had the staff.
That was communicating
You
with
told
V?
him you were going
That was,
into
I thought that was communicating with the 100 dudes that we met that time. Oryx and
No, that was V.
I f***ing told you we should have just burnt it when I wanted to.
Didn't you rip it in half?
So either
anyway?
remember who
Yeah,
things
you-
are from or, you know, actually use things properly.
To be fair, we didn't know he was going to betray us, so...
That's a
We
good
were
point.
working for him at the time.
Yeah, so maybe we didn't. I mean, we were just probably talking to him on purpose. It was perfectly
Yeah.
fine at the time. Nice of you.
From
to-
your reaction, I don't think you would.
Shut the f up and just lead the way, you little sh.
He smirks and then starts climbing up the bookcase and then jumps into the vent.
Just, jump into the vent.
Yep, we follow.
Got my eyes closely on him at all points. I don't look away. I'm like a mouse rat trapper. I'm like the Indiana Jones of mouse rats.
You all manages to jump up into it and climb up in it. See, it's a bit more spacious up there. You're not able to actually stand up, but you manage to crawl across. It goes down, and then after a couple of minutes, he drops into it out of another vent. And you come to a T junction. He goes to the left. Can I get everybody to roll a perception check for me?
16.
17.
Yeah, I'm not seeing.
For the two people that saw something, to the right is a very familiar corridor. As if you've already been down that corridor before.
Hey, isn't that the corridor that we went to see Grant, that guy that is important to Charlidros?
You now notice it with him pointing it out.
So it is good. Fantastic perception.
Oi, rant.
Yeah, what? Shut up. Be
Don't tell
quiet.
me
Okay,
shut up.
what?
We're going down this way.
Why are you going down that
It's
way?
important to us.
Oh, okay, I'll wait here.
I just start running down that way.
I yell out to Charlidros, are you okay? If I wait here, I don't trust him.
You run down that way, and you look as each of the cells to the left and right are empty. You get closer, and then you reach that same room with a man tied with chains to the wall with a bag over his head.
Grant! Obviously, I'm going to rip the bag off his
You
head.
rip the bag off his head to reveal
Not Grant.
not Grant. It's a spindly head, middle-aged man with black hair and a short goatee. Oh, thank you for saving me. I've been here so long now. Could you please help me? Just let me out of the
Who are
chains.
you?
My name is Wilhelm.
Do I know Wilhelm?
No, you have no idea who the this is. You've never seen this person.
Why have they got you here?
Oh, for selling cheap magic tricks that aren't really real. But they thought it was real, so they threw me in here.
Okay. I'll bust his chains.
You chop for a little bit. It takes a little longer than you were expecting, but you manage to break it off the wall. He's still chained up on each side, but the chains are just kind of hanging down on the floor now. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. How do I get out?
That's something that we're trying to figure out, and you will be coming with us.
Yes. I could run upstairs and see if there's any other people to be freed.
Do that, and be as loud as possible.
Okay, you're saviors. Thank you. And he runs past you, and goes up the stairs. You guys okay? What the hell was down there? I saw that weird guy run past.
Was that Grant?
No.
Did we get Grant?
No, Grant wasn't there.
Who
I'm
the
not
f***
sure.
was that guy?
Wilhelm.
Scream?
Yeah, I just let him go. He's going to see if there are any more prisoners.
Ransom goes forward and walks down the stairs to a small room to one side that doesn't look like it's anything. He lifts up a slab on the floor that has similar markings to what you saw when you opened up the vault appear, and he opens it. All right, there you go, the entrance to the crypt.
You said that so casually. Why is it just like, oh, it's hidden in the floor here, just the entrance to the crypt, the big important crypt. Last, I don't trust you. Walk down the stairs. Walk
You
down
go
there
in first.
Go in first.
Please.
It is not my role to go down.
I 90-degree kick him on such an angle that he flies backwards into the stairs.
He misses. So he doesn't actually, what he does as you go through, as you go to kick him, he steps to one side and gently places his palm on your back and pushes you forward. The rest of your momentum carries you into the hole where you roll down the stairs.
I walk down the stairs of my own volition.
Yeah, I'm going to grab him by the scruff of the neck and pull him down the stairs with me. So all four of us
so
go.
do a grapple action.
11.
You just beat him. You managed to grapple him and kind of drag him with you. You guys, I can't go down there. It's not my thing, okay? I'm telling you, I can't go down there.
You can and you will.
Please, don't do this. Don't make me. Come on, man, don't do it.
Shut up.
You drag him down, and you go through the portal in the floor. It's not a portal. It's just an opening. To where the three of you are stood before a large, giant doorway with a shimmering door. It's not a door, it's just more like a shimmering, almost like a force field or a kind of like a velvet drape.
Is it like the mirror world stuff?
It's kind of, yeah. Don't make me go in there, please. I can't. It won't let me through. I've already tried.
I'm going to throw him at the shimmering stuff and see if he can, in fact, go through.
Or not. Please, no, please. He goes through it, but as he does, his form seems to peel away. The skin almost peels off his body, and he starts almost burning up, and you can see him kind of stuck in against the wall. The muscle on his bones start to rip off and peel off until he just sinks back into the wall.
I stand and watch just it all happen in silence, and then just look over at Charlidros.
That was kind of messed up.
I certainly did. I didn't anticipate that.
Is he all
I
right?
didn't like him anyway.
He's not all right?
He's not all
I
right.
don't know.
I don't really care. Better
I care.
him than us.
Probably could have said that it would kill him if he had been that worried.
Oh, always in code, these people, when they speak. Oh, there's something. Oh, there's a spirit. Oh, there's a thing. Is there anything, can I just scan the room for anything that stands out? Markings?
Nothing else really, other than the doorway with that kind of veil to
Just
it.
the veil.
Nothing.
We didn't activate the mirror world. Can I chuck I've got a button in my pocket. Can I chuck the button to see if it destroys it as well?
Yeah, sure. You flick the button in. It goes in and then flies back out towards you.
Yeah, I catch it and put it perfectly back in my pocket and go, ha! It only destroys. And this button is pure, and I kiss it.
Walk through and be judged.
What? What was that?
I pull out my book and write the following in it. Standing at huge door that appears to be gateway to heaven with voice telling me to be judged. If you find this, I'm probably dead and it judged me accordingly. Then I slam the book shut and begin walking through the gate.
You walk through and you feel this warm sensation as the veil goes around your body. You feel something probing into your mind, kind of reading you, understanding you. And that's all you guys see, Charlidros and Cornelius.
Well, he wasn't screaming, so I guess it went all right, I guess.
Yeah, I figure we give it a shot. And I go ahead and walk through the portal as well.
You get the same sensations, it probing into your mind, and then, Cornelius, you are alone.
I follow suit.
As you walk through, you get engulfed by the veil, Cornelius. As you're kind of pushed in, it almost reacts very strangely. It starts pushing you around. You kind of feel the book that contains your magic spell spill out around you, and then you see that face again. That grey-skinned, white-haired, red-eyed elf. Your power will grow and be mine. And then you get flung through to find yourself in a circular room with Lief and Charlidros looking back.
What took you so long?
I don't know. I walked through a portal. Did you guys see anybody when you were going through, or was it just like a step through and then you were in another place?
It was like coming out of the womb, a fresh man.
Do you remember coming out of the womb?
Yeah, no, I didn't see anything. It was only sensations.
Cool, me neither.
Are you sure? Because you've seen some weird shit before.
Nope, I'm good. Where are we?
To be confirmed.
Heaven.
You find yourselves alone in the room until all of a sudden what flashes into existence is this blue spectral man, an elf, which you know only by stories. None of you have ever seen an elf. To be honest, nobody has properly seen an elf in centuries. Welcome back to the start of all things.
What do you mean, welcome back?
You have been here before, each one of you. This is the point in your world where you walk through and are tested. In each one of your lives, this has been replicated each time. Some fail, some pass, some die. Yet you are here, finally to be tested.
Tested for what?
Tested to see if you are the ones to unite the world.
What's the test? How do I take it?
Who do I
Where do I
hit?
begin?
You must each know that you are here in the Loremaester's tomb. The crypt I was laid in after I fell in battle.
You're
You're the Loremaester?
I was... I am... I will be. At this point in each event of Theldan, the mark is chosen, and its heroes rise or fall. This is my duty to find those worthy to destroy my creation and unite those that have been separated all this time.
Destroy the staff, right? Are you telling me right now, out of your blue ghastly lips, that we've been here before in previous lives and failed over?
No. And not your previous lives.
Then what are you saying?
Each life happens at the same time in the same place. And some have passed, some have failed. Some have chosen not to accept the responsibility. Some have even remained here to study.
I'm really confused as to how you know that people stayed here to study if it's only just happening now.
Because everything in the past is happening now, and the future is happening now, and the present is happening now. It all happens at the same time, concurrently.
What is this test? What do you need from us?
What I need from you is to defeat me.
I don't want to fight you, man.
Well, you're going to have to, if you wish to learn my secrets. He moves his hands either side of him, and two long blades form out of his hands. Nobody has ever destroyed the Loremaester's staff. Will it be you, the first of your kind? Let us begin. To be honest, for the first time in telling this story, I'm speechless, gobsmacked. The very fact that our three idiot heroes found themselves into the lost ruins of the elves to run into one elf himself. Ha, that rhymed. Anyway, to think they're in a position of history where all universes aligned meet, and nobody has ever left the chamber. I fear for their lives. What possibly could happen? How could they escape? I already know, but you don't. That's a problem. Come back next week. I'll tell you exactly what happened, and I'll have a hot chocolate here waiting for you.
The Tales of Theldan is an Explosion Network production. Written by Ciaran Marchant. World and scenario by Ciaran Marchant. Played using 5th edition Dungeons & Dragons. Sound mixing and post-production by Dylan Blight. Music and sound effects resources available at explosionnetwork.com. Cast of characters: Dylan Blight as Lief Estelle, Ashley Hobley as Cornelius Bannister, Thomas Marshall as Charlidros, with Ciaran Marchant as the Dungeon Master.